Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky15, and in this video I've given you my Lucky 15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action, as usual here on the channel. Now, to kick things off tomorrow, we go to Doncaster for the 1250 with a horse called Ballasalla. Now, this horse is 10-3 with bookmakers currently at the moment, trained by Donald McCain and Brian Hughes, but for tomorrow's ride in the colours of Trevor Hemmings. Now, this horse has some handy relatives in its pedigree. It's actually a half-brother to Balla Briggs that won the Grand National a few years ago now. And this horse has been running quite well in its recent starts. Its last two starts, it's finished second both times. But I think going up in trip tomorrow, like his half-brother Balla Briggs was prolific at, will help him tomorrow. He's going from 2 miles where he's been racing at recently to 2.5 miles, which I think will suit him. Also as well, Brian Hughes is in really good form at the moment, and this horse is going to be getting plenty of weight from some of its market rivals tomorrow, and I think going up and trip will definitely suit this horse, and he's still unexposed as a chaser. So for me, at 10-3, he's a good one to kick us off tomorrow. We then go to the 155 at Doncaster, and I thought Lucky15 had a really good chance tomorrow. 5-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Sue Smith, who's 4 winners from her last 11 runners. Now, Sean Quinlan as well is booked for the ride, and he's been riding really well. Now, this horse is really consistent. Won at Wetherby last time, and some of his form really stacks up. And I think going to Doncaster tomorrow, this horse should go really well over the 2 miles. He's going to be getting nearly 2 stone from some of his rivals. He does have a couple of classy opponents in the likes of Modus, and also as well Aussie the Oscar, but they're nearly going to have, like I said, 2 stone to give away to our selection. And I thought Lucky15 still off a mark of 130, does have a bit more to give, and I think he's definitely going to battle them all the way to the line, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if he was the one that is called the winner in the race tomorrow. So that's going to be my selection there. And then go to the 230 at Doncaster with a horse called Sparky, Valentine. Now, this horse is 5-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Jane Williams and Lucy Kelly's booked for tomorrow's ride. Now, this horse finished 3rd in a bumper at Newbury just before Christmas when I was there that day, and it was running on really strongly in the end. Now, that bumper was over 1 mile and 4 furlongs. Now, this race tomorrow for the juvenile fillies is over 2 miles, and I think going up in trips should definitely help it. Also as well, it's interesting that this is going to be the first race in a listed race tomorrow that this horse has ever been over obstacles, so that's interesting there. But going back to that bumper at Newbury, the form has worked out really well, and the horse called Who What When went on to win a listed race last week at Market Raisin for a bumpers fillies bumper race, and that was a good effort that day by Who What When. No fluke to go on and win the race. Massive price, 12-1, where I actually tipped it for the Panthers page, who I do a bit of work for on YouTube. Just type him in and you'll find all the videos I do for him. But yeah, this horse could be going the right way, and the filly was running on really strongly at the end at Newbury. And I just thought, with the way the track is at Doncaster, something really that you always tend to find there is horses always gallop really strongly towards the line, because it's this long finish at Doncaster. And for me, I just thought Sparky Valentine had a lot of value at 5-1, so that's going to be my selection there. We then go for a bit of all weather action in the 255 at Lingfield with a horse called Brockley 7-2 bookmakers at the moment, trained by David Evans, and Catherine Begley's booked for the ride, claiming £7. Now, I read the other day that she's actually got a really good record this year. I think she's having like 3 winners from 10 starts this year for David Evans, so that's a good strike rate there. Now, this horse won over the course and distance at the weekend on Saturday in really good style. He's got a lot of things going in his favour tomorrow, still off a good mark of 55, and I just think he's going to be the one they've all got to beat tomorrow. So for me, Brockley Rise will be the typical Lingfield late swooper towards the line in the last few strides, and I think Brockley Rise will win the race. So they're going to be my Lucky15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button for more tips here on my YouTube channel at Lucky15. You can also follow me on Twitter as well, where my handle is at Lucky15, and you can follow the work as well and get the links for all the work that I do for the Pandas page. So yeah, that's all I got to say. Please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.